Konnichiwa Androgens. We reviewed the PlayStation 5 console only a few months ago. So what self-respecting content creator type would I be if I didn't follow it up with the Xbox Series X 2022 console review? We're going to look at the look and feel, the performance and the operating system, how the games are and the selection, and then we'll finally conclude with whether it is worth it for you to get an Xbox Series X in 2022. And also we'll look at whether it's worth it if you already have a decent or beefy PC, which is a bit more of a conundrum. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, we are going to give it a review score at the end as well. So let's begin. So to begin this Xbox Series X review, let's begin with talking about the look and feel of the console and the controller. So the look to me is inoffensive, it looks fine, you know. It's definitely a contrast from the PlayStation 5's look, which is kind of a love or hate it. And this just looks like a mini PC, you know, that you would see anywhere. It's inoffensive, but it's not exciting either. So yeah, it looks completely fine. Oh, you may want to watch out for the holes on top. Apparently there's some kind of condition that people have that it freaks them out. So hopefully it's not freaking you out too much. Looking at it now, you can see the fans on the top there. The smaller size would be appreciated by many in terms of fitting it somewhere, although even turned on its side, it's probably a little bit high for some shelves maybe. But it's a lot smaller than the PlayStation 5 console, so space-wise it's more friendly. As far as its controller is concerned, I've always liked the Xbox controller, as many of us and you yourselves probably do as well. It's a great solid controller. This takes some design from the Elite controller style for the Series X. What I really like is the actual Series 2, Elite Series 2 controller, which I also have a unbox for as well. If you want to check that out, I'll link as the video is playing. Remind me if I don't. But this is a really nice controller as well. But they're both pretty nice, solid, reliable controllers that work everywhere where a controller is valid. Has much more compatibility, less compatibility issues in the PlayStation 5 controller sometimes in terms of native support. Supply controller that the Series X comes with also feels lighter and has a nice undergrip compared to the OG Xbox One controller. Yeah, so this feels nice. It feels lighter. I think you'd be happy with it. I've got batteries in it. Is that why it feels so light? Okay, there's batteries in there and everything, and it feels feather light. The Elite Series 2 feels a little bit heavier, obviously, because it's got the things going on the back. But overall, Xbox controllers always feel nice. And they're always a good go-to, a good reliable go-to, so no problems there at all. The only issue really with the design is this top half where the holes are. It does get hot. This console gets pretty hot once you got a game running that's like a AAA, a game that's really pushing things. So just be mindful of that. But otherwise, a solid look, solid feel, build feels good. It's a little lighter than the PlayStation 5, but it's solid overall. No issues there, not exciting, but nicely done and inoffensive, and probably more likely to fit with the rest of the things that you have in your area of living and gamingness. Alright guys, so we've spoken about the look and feel of the Xbox Series X. Let's talk about the performance and the operating system. This, no surprise, is where Microsoft excels. The dashboard is way better than the PlayStation. It kind of always has been, in my opinion. Now, especially when PlayStation 5 came out first time around, it was very bare bones. I'm not sure that it even has the folders system that it used to have on the PlayStation 4. So one of the things that you'll notice with this system is it's just kind of more powerful and simpler to use. You press the Xbox button and you pretty much get everything that you need everywhere. So, you know, you just use your D-pad and you can go from different areas like your friends list, chats, activities, achievements, really easy to find, capture, and then things like settings and your profile and so forth. All really easy and simple, I think you'd agree. One of the other things is that in general, navigation and finding things is just easier on the Xbox. You can find things on the PlayStation, obviously, once you get more used to it, but it's definitely more fiddly when you have to kind of hold down sometimes on the PlayStation button to get to a thing, or tap. It does different things. It's confusing. So this is a way more simpler system, and it's not surprising from the owners of the Windows. They've had a lot of experience with doing UIs. So you definitely have advantages there. Transferring data on the Xbox was easier for me than the PlayStation actually as well when I add. So that's a great thing if you're kind of going from the Xbox One and upgrade into the Xbox Series X, and that's going to be nice and easy for you. But the absolute biggest feature that sets the Xbox apart from the PlayStation 5 is a feature I absolutely love, and that is the ability to go into like my games here. And as you can see, there's a thing called Quick Resume. Now, why this is awesome and amazing, and what I love about this, is it basically keeps a list of a couple of games that you've been playing. Now, if it's bigger games, I think it's something like 3 games. So like in my case here, the last game I was playing was NHL 2022. But you can see here there's like Death's Door, The Pedestrian, Mirror's Edge, so on and so on and so forth. I'm just going to pick one of these and just jump in. And you're just going to see what I mean. It's a Dead Space 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seconds and we're back in the game here. Look at that. Now, isn't that freaking amazing? I freaking love that. Okay, so then let's say, all right, now we want to switch to where I was at in The Pedestrian. Let's just go there. Let's see where I was at. Did I go back to the main menu in that one? I don't know. But we'll see anyway. Nope, we're in the middle of the puzzle that I was on. It's just like, it's just amazing. It's just, look at this. I can go back to Dead Space just so you know that it's like actually not just because, you know, we can go back or right back where we left off in an instant on the actual game here. I mean, dude, Mirror's Edge. And it should be back, my capture. There we go. And you can see it's just, it's crazy. That's the best feature about the OS. So stuff like that is not possible at the moment with the PlayStation 5. If you do it with the PlayStation 5, it just closes the game and you start up, closes the game, and you start a different one. So this is amazing. Definitely sets it apart as far as performance and OS is concerned. Very, very good. And just to emphasize the point one more time. So I'm in Mirror's Edge, Catalyst, which I haven't played yet still. So that's the OS and performance. Excellent. All right, so what can be said about games on the Xbox and the PC, I suppose, when we're talking about this particular piece? It hasn't been said already. Specifically, we're talking about Games Pass, obviously. Now, again, we have to take into account that you can get a lot of what's going on with games on Xbox Series X on the PC. And that's kind of a thing where if you do have a decent or powerful PC, we have to kind of weigh that into when we're finally talking about whether it's worth it or not. But it's worth mentioning that when it comes to games, and yes, Sony has launched their PlayStation equivalent now where they've put a bunch of stuff. I haven't been able to check that out yet, so I don't know how that compares. But there is a lot of stuff to like in Game Pass, a lot of stuff. There's so many games to pick from. Some people would say that, you know, Game Pass is just ridiculous and should be illegal in some countries and some states. And I'd have to agree with, does it hinder people buying or the kind of feel of games and the importance of them or what have you? I don't know about all that stuff. But what I do know is that it's pretty great. So yeah, games are awesome on Xbox. They run great. And you know, the cloud thing is pretty interesting as well. Like this game here, I haven't got this downloaded or anything. Just a random game. See, it says install. Let's try running it from the cloud straight away. Cloud gaming. Let's gonna test what we're talking about games here. But they all run quick. The quality is really good from what I can tell with cloud. Whenever I've tested it, it's in beta. It just looks really good. The inputs on point from what I've seen. And they are launching more and more for like things like mobile and that. And everything just works really well. It's a great platform to play games on. But yeah, we can see a Memoir Blue, I don't know what it is, looks like one of those kind of narrative type games. It was the closest that was there, so I went with it. And that looks great to me. So yeah, games on Series X, no problem. Lots of options on Game Pass. It is a ridiculous amount of games on the Game Pass. And yeah, I just don't know what you know, do you buy games after using Game Pass, having Game Pass in your life on the Microsoft and Xbox store and what have you? Let me know. Let's not forget also that backward compatibility is still a boss when it comes to Xbox versus PlayStation. Most of the PlayStation stuff, especially from free, still has to be cloud streamed, whereas a lot more of the Xbox stuff is pretty much available to download or play via disc, and a PC to some degree where you can cloud play a lot of the older games as well. So is the Xbox Series X console worth it? in 2022, this year, and beyond, 2023 and so forth, at its current state, if you don't have a decent or powerful PC and you prefer Xbox first party list of games such as Halo and Gears and the many, many, many more games to come after their very small shopping spree, this is a great option for gaming. It's essentially a powerful, optimized mini PC with a great dashboard, an even better dashboard in a way than the PlayStation 5. Even the PlayStation 5 is like a mini PC. So provided that you like the games more, or you like the backward compatibility, or you just love Game Pass, and especially if you don't have the PC to run Game Pass stuff, then it's a fantastic option. Okay, so but is it worth it to get the Xbox Series X if you already have a very good or decent PC? It gets a little bit more complicated in that scenario. In this scenario, having an Xbox Series X can be much more limited, as everything Microsoft owned will be available on PC day one. And this is also the case for most third-party releases these days as well. So some situations where you might still want to consider getting an Xbox Series X, much like the PlayStation 5, is the option to play your games on a more predictable, consistent, performance-based environment like the console. Should a PC release be iffy or denuvoed, for example. Another reason is for the rare occasions where there are still exclusive non-PC new releases, such as EA's NHL series, for instance, that just isn't available on PC for some reason, or games that aren't available for cloud play, or simply would be less immersive in terms of fidelity versus a downloaded option like Xbox exclusive Perfect Dark as a example again. Or if you simply like producing content like me to help awesome people like you, which you can show by tapping the like button, which tells the YouTube algorithm that this video is of value and will help people like you find it. And the subscribing is not a bad idea if you want more as well. So for my review of the Xbox Series X console, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Awesome backward compatibility, fast performance, industry leading dashboard, I would say, with that resume system, and just lovely overall, very functional, very good. But what do you think? Xbox or PS5? If you're asking me, I would say both if you can afford it, because I'm gaming agnostic. But otherwise, I think you should check out the video on the left for my 2022 PS5 console review. Or if you're harking for more Xbox content, check out the video on the right to see commentary and reaction for the Xbox 2022 showcase featuring Bethesda's upcoming awesome looking, I might add, Starfield. I think I may have pointed the wrong way around, but you know, maybe I'll flip the video or something.